Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we'll be talking about the components of the blood. So let's get started. Let's talk a bit about the blood. Did you know that if you were to take all the blood vessels in your body and lay them end to end, they would stretch for approximately 60,000 miles? That's more than twice the circumference of the Earth. But it's not just the sheer quantity of blood that's fascinating. Each component of blood plays a unique and important role in keeping our bodies healthy and functioning properly. Red blood cells, for example, contain hemoglobin, which allows them to carry oxygen from our lungs to our tissues. White blood cells are our immune system's first line of defense against infections and diseases. Platelets help stop bleeding by forming blood clots, and plasma, the liquid portion of the blood, contains essential nutrients, hormones, and proteins that help keep our bodies running smoothly. Without blood, our bodies wouldn't be able to get the oxygen and nutrients they need to function, and we wouldn't be able to fight off infections or stop bleeding from injuries. So blood is divided into two main components, the plasma and the cellular elements of the blood. So the plasma is the liquid component of the blood that makes up approximately 55% of the total blood volume. It is a complex mixture of water, proteins, hormones, electrolytes, and other nutrients that play a critical role in maintaining the health and function of the body's cells and tissues. Plasma serves as a transport medium, carrying essential substances such as glucose, lipids, amino acids, vitamins, and minerals to the body's cells. It also helps to remove waste products and toxins from the body, such as urea and carbon dioxide, by carrying them to the kidneys and lungs for excretion. One of the most important components of plasma is a group of proteins known as clotting factors, which are essential for the formation of blood clots. These proteins work together to form a clotting cascade, a complex series of reactions that results in the formation of a blood clot in response to injury or damage to blood vessels. Plasma also contains a variety of hormones and enzymes that help to regulate body functions such as metabolism, blood pressure, and immunity. For example, plasma contains antibodies, which are specialized proteins that help to identify and neutralize pathogens such as viruses and bacteria. In addition to its role in transporting essential substances and regulating body functions, plasma is also used in medical treatments. Plasma can be collected from donors and processed into various products such as albumin, immunoglobulins, and clotting factors, which can be used to treat a variety of medical conditions. Overall, plasma is a critical component of the circulatory system, playing a vital role in maintaining the health and function of the body's cells and tissues. Its diverse composition and function make it an essential component of both normal physiology and medical treatments. RBC. RBC stands for red blood cells, also known as erythrocytes. The main function of RBCs is to transport oxygen from the lungs to the body's tissues and to carry carbon dioxide, a waste product of metabolism, from the tissues to the lungs where it can be exhaled. This process is critical for the proper functioning of cells and organs throughout the body. RBCs are able to perform this function because they contain a protein called hemoglobin, which binds to oxygen and carbon dioxide. Hemoglobin gives red blood cells their characteristic red color and is responsible for their ability to carry oxygen. The iron in hemoglobin binds to oxygen in the lungs, and the RBCs then transport the oxygen to the body's tissues. In the tissues, the oxygen is released from the RBCs and is used by cells for energy production. At the same time, carbon dioxide produced by the cells is picked up by the red blood cells and transported back to the lungs where it can be exhaled. RBCs are uniquely suited to their roles as oxygen carriers due to their characteristic shape and structure. They are biconcave discs that are thinner in the center than at the edges, which allows them to be flexible and deformable. This shape enables them to squeeze through the narrowest of the blood vessels, ensuring that they can reach all parts of the body, even the smallest capillaries. In addition to their role in oxygen transport, RBCs also play a role in maintaining the pH balance of the blood. They contain carbonic anhydrase, an enzyme that catalyzes the conversion of carbon dioxide to bicarbonate ion. This reaction helps to regulate the acidity of the blood and maintain a normal pH. Overall, RBCs are a critical component of the body's circulatory system, and their ability to transport oxygen and carbon dioxide is essential for the proper functioning of all cells and organs in the body. WBC or white blood cells, also known as leukocytes, are a key part of the body's immune system. They are produced in the bone marrow and circulate in the blood and lymphatic system, where they help to fight off infections as diseases. There are several different types of white blood cells, each with its unique function. The most abundant type of white blood cells are neutrophils, which are the first line of defense against bacterial infections. They're attracted to sites of infection by chemical signals and are able to engulf and destroy bacteria through a process called phagocytosis. Next is lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are another type of white blood cells and are responsible for the body's specific immune response. There are two main types of lymphocytes, B cells and T cells. B cells produce antibodies, which are proteins that recognize and bind to specific antigens. Antigens are basically foreign substances or pathogens on the surface of pathogens, such as viruses and bacteria. Antibodies help to neutralize and eliminate pathogens from the body. T cells, on the other hand, directly attack the infected cells and can also help to activate and coordinate other immune cells. Next, we have is monocytes. So, monocytes are another type of white blood cells that play a role in the body's immune response. They're able to differentiate into macrophages, which are specialized cells that engulf and digest foreign bacteria, particles and debris, including bacteria and dead cells. Other types of white blood cells include eosinophils, which are involved in allergic reactions and parasitic infections, and basophils. Basophils release histamine and other chemicals that play a role in inflammation and allergic reactions. Overall, white blood cells play a critical role in the body's immune system, helping to protect against infections and diseases. By recognizing and eliminating pathogens, white blood cells help to keep the body healthy and functioning properly.